Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Crawford Field. This afternoon, we would like to recognize our 2024 senior class. So if we could have all of our seniors and their families please line up at the center of the field. First up is Dylan Bowles. Dylan is escorted by his parents, Steve and Kristen Bowles. After graduation, Dylan plans to attend WVU and study athletic training. His favorite lacrosse memory is the team trip to Kentucky. Next up is Connor Dye. Connor is escorted by his parents, Eric and Carol Dye. Connor plans to attend WVU after graduation and major in mechanical engineering. His favorite memory is the daily practice arguments. Next on the list is Brody Engelmeyer. Brody is escorted by his parents Peggy and Nick Oldacre and John Engelmeyer. Brody plans to attend a nursing program and after graduation, and his favorite lacrosse memory is Jaden leaving all of his equipment in Morgantown. Next up is Jaden Ford. Jaden is escorted by his grandmother, Sonia Mullins. Jaden's favorite memory from lacrosse is licking mustard off John Pomeroy's nose. Next on our list is Stephen Heinman. Stephen is escorted by his sister Olivia, Nanny Sellers, and Nanny Heinman. Stephen will attend WVU in the fall and major in finance. His favorite memory is having food reviews on the bus after away games. Next on our list is Robert Grant Hudson, known as Grant by everyone. Grant is escorted by his mother, Sally Carpenter, his grandfather, Robert Carpenter. He will be graduating the highest honors and is a member of the National Honor Society. He will be attending Marshall University in the fall, majoring in civil engineering. His favorite memory is winning his first game his freshman year, although his mother was sure he was going to get beaten to death with a lacrosse stick before the game was over. Next on our list is Cade Morris. Cade is escorted by his parents Mark Morris and Stephanie Vint. Cade plans to join the Air Force or the Border Patrol after graduation, and his favorite memory is beating Harrison County. Next up is Nick Nicholson. Nick is escorted by his father and stepmother, Matt and Angie Nicholson, his mother, Elizabeth Priest, and grandmother, Bobby. After graduation, Nick will pursue diesel technology until the opportunity presents itself to follow in his father's footsteps at the Charleston Fire Department. His favorite memory is Colton Spradling stealing socks on a bus trip. Next on our list is Jared Randolph. Jared is escorted by his father, Robert Randolph, his girlfriend, Cheyenne Saunders, and his niece, Harper Saunders. After graduation, Jared plans to become an HVAC tech. His favorite memory is getting chirped by John Marshall during the last game of his first playoffs game. Next up is Trey Roy. Trey is escorted by his parents Marshall and Amber Roy. Trey plans to play lacrosse for college after graduating. His favorite lacrosse memory is when Jaden and Jake start yelling random stuff after practice. Next up is Jake Shears. Jake is escorted by his mother, Terry Adkins. After graduation, he will attend WVU and major in finance. Jake's favorite memory is watching Grant get mad at himself during practice. Last up is Gavin Albert. Gavin is escorted by his parents Andrew and Jenna Albert. Gavin plans to attend WVU after graduation. His favorite lacrosse memory is scoring a goal in the Jefferson game and then immediately shooting a buzzer beater before halftime. Gavin also enjoys being a four-year player of St. Albans High School lacrosse. We would like to congratulate all of our seniors and wish them the best of luck in all of their future endeavors.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
I want to welcome everybody here to St. Albans Crawford Field for today's matchup. Wheeling Central Maroon Knights versus St. Albans Red Dragons for Senior Day here. Alongside me is Aiden. How you doing, Aiden?
Oh, I'm here, I reckon, ready to get some lacrosse going on the day.
He is the guy who knows the lacrosse game, so he'll be taking it from there, and I'll fill in elsewhere. So what's their standing right now?
They are 4-4, but they're 3-0 in the division. So right now they have the #1 seat as long as something crazy doesn't happen with our capital game.
Okay, when is that game?
That I believe it's next Thursday. It's an away game. This will be the last home game before playoffs, which if we are the #1 seat, we'll have 2 home games for the playoffs, which would be a really big thing for around here.
Yeah, we've tried to get a few games here and there between the boys and the girls. Teams, it's tough. I'll say it is tough. We had a great showing last night for the alumni game.
Yeah, I was out here, put the old cleats back on for first time in a little while to play some football.
It was a little tough last night. I mean, there was a huge crowd here, though. I was surprised
Yeah,
at how many people showed up. I mean,
way more than I expected.
way more, and hopefully it'll get bigger and better over the years to come.
Yeah.
Both teams are warming up. We're going to go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome back again here to St. Albans Crawford Field. St. Albans is going to their sideline. Looks like Wheeling Central is also finishing up some drills and going to head to their sideline as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get this game started here very shortly. You're watching this live on Video Productions. Both teams are meeting at center field right now. So explain how they do this. Is this similar to football, the coin toss?
So yeah, the coin toss is all the same. If you win, you can choose either which goal you want, or you can defer just like you would. Usually, you want to pick which goal because with a day like today, I mean, it's sunny out, so you're not going to be wanting to face the goal or the sun right now. So Jared and them usually make sure they get a pretty good call. They have a game plan going into it. Kyle, he's done it for a while now, so he's kind of situated himself to where we can deal with whatever we need to. They actually ran an extra captain today. They were going to do all seniors, but that's going to be kind of hard for them right now. They have 13 out of their 23 players are seniors.
Right. So who is the refs down there for today?
Looks like we have – I was wrong. So the big bearded guy, that is Mitch. He's been around for a little while. Joe is in the middle. He's actually my favorite ref. He's one of the refs that you can actually count on to make a decent call, and he's not going to call every little thing, but he will correct you throughout the game. Back in my junior year, he really kept me calm. And then on the end is Kelly. She's been a pretty good ref for us so far this year. They've all done their job and made sure they've done it well.
So she kind of lets them play. They kind of let them play. So.
Yeah, there's certain things now with the new rule change and everything else that I haven't completely filled in on, but there's a lot that I have heard of that they don't, completely stand with because, they're trying to let the game go. They don't want to sit here and have a penalty every 2 minutes because of something simple.
Right, I completely understand that. Well, it looks like we have about 4 minutes left on the clock before the game starts. Gives Wheeling Central plenty of time to warm up. They were kind of late getting here, so they need plenty of time to get warmed up. We had a senior day. A lot of these kids you played with, right?
Yeah, this whole graduating class, they started, this is class of 24, and I was class of 22. So I played with these guys for 2 years. And, it's been crazy to watch them grow. Going from seeing all of them first time stepping on a field as freshmen to now being seniors and being able to help coach here when I can and just watching them play. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them play over the years too. Been being around with St. Albans crew running around. So
good afternoon.
Lots of good times. We got about 3 minutes left. We're going to go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back here in about 2 minutes.
Catholic Knights from Wheeling, West Virginia.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back here to St. Albans Crawford Field, live on Video Productions, as the Wheeling Central Catholic takes on the St. Albans Red Dragons. We just got the national anthem, and I think we're ready to play some lacrosse. So what are they doing right now?
So this is, you know, getting the starters out there and lining them up. Refs are going over who has which goal and kind of just saying some basic rules, you know, keep the sportsmanship alive and everything else. And then once he finishes that up, they'll have our goalies cross, and then the game will proceed to go on.
And we play 4 12-minute quarters, correct?
Yeah.
Is that a running clock?
So it only turns into a running clock once one team is up by 12. So, you know, it's pretty just standard. And, you know, every time they blow the whistle, clock stops, and whenever they blow it again, it starts. It's I mean, I could say it's like basketball, but it's not at the same time.
Right.
Well, lacrosse is a weird sport. It's a combination of many together.
Understand.
Yeah, speaking of it being senior day and everything, the one taking our face off right now is Jaden Ford. I've known him for a little while now, and seeing his progression into taking face-offs it's been interesting. It's been a long road for him. They got a good face-off guy this year. Ooh. So that's going to roll, get out. Yep, so that's going to be coming back down this way.
So a little bit of something our viewers don't know is you're the coach for the Phoenix, St. Albans Phoenix. That's the youth team.
Yeah, we'll be out here tomorrow.
3 games tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 for us and 2 for 2 other teams. Ooh, there goes Gavin. Good shot, Gavin. So that's going to start the game off all right.
Goal by number 5, Gavin Albert.
And
So with the Phoenix team, it's grades what now?
it's 4th through 8th grade, so, you know, it's a lot of young kids.
Right.
Which,
I know we have a young team this year.
yeah, we actually don't have any kids moving up this year. It's, you know, I think the highest grade we have is a 7th grader right now.
I know we've made a few trips, one to Wheeling as well. So we played
Yeah.
lots in Barbersville and up in Wheeling. So we're very familiar with that area.
That's the one thing about, you know, playing high school lacrosse before they started getting teams around here is we were traveling to Morgantown, Wheeling, everywhere just to play games, just to get games on our schedule. They had to do it a lot this year, too. They had Buck Cannon, Upshur, they had Morgantown, they had, well, actually, no, Wheeling came to us. So. Ooh, that's a ground ball. Okay, there goes, let's see who's that. It's going to be Dylan Bowles taking it down. I like the way Kyle's been running it this year, though. It's something we should have done my senior year, but, you know, there's a couple of us that had too much heart to, we had too much heart to, you know, step out and be on the sideline.
I'm just glad to see so many kids out. That's been a
Well, this will be that'll be it for this year because, oh, I didn't even hear what call that was. This year, they have 23 kids, but 13 of those 23 are seniors.
We're bringing some field noise a little bit, so maybe we can hear what the refs are calling on the field.
One thing I'd like to see this year is Kyle has 3 left-handed players, so he's actually been able to use a little more of his offensive advantage. He's got Jake Shears, who's actually moving the offense right now, as well as Trey Roy and Tristan, which, you know, 2 of those are seniors, and one of them is, I believe, a sophomore, might be a junior. But they're making good work with what they got. Ooh, gotta watch that. Get there. That's one of those mistakes that can tear you up. Ooh.
Couldn't ask for a better day. We've been out all morning. We had the St. Albans cleanup with the 25177 Foundation this morning. Walt Hall, House Delegate member also. He is the president of that foundation. They give money to youth sports, youth organizations for fundraising. They gave $10 per person that came out this morning for whatever organization you choose. So there was probably about 150 people there this morning. So they gave out a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to get on the board is our youth lacrosse program, because a lot of people, you know, didn't even know St. Albans High School had a lacrosse team, especially not a year ago and especially not now. A lot of people are still in the loop of it being still under, I can't remember the exact word, probation, that's what it was. Before, I guess it was my freshman year, is the first year they had lifted it. They went 2 or 3 years without a lacrosse team. Since then, I mean, Kyle took over.
If you escorted a
Well, it looks like we have a timeout, and we're going to go ahead and take a timeout also. You're watching St. Albans Lacrosse
Our
on Video
concession
Productions.
stand at the end of the field is open.
alumni game. I played the whole
Welcome
time.
back here to St. Albans High School, Crawford Field. It's actually not on the campus of St. Albans. We're about 2.5 miles down the road, but still a nice facility now that we have turf here. They've taken very good care of it.
Let's see.
Now, you got to play lacrosse, what, all 4 years?
So my sophomore year was when COVID first hit, so they kind of took that one away from us. But it really would have played a big part in, my lacrosse career to better me as a player. But even not having it, we put on a good show and had a great season.
Yeah, that COVID year really messed things up even with pretty much all sports. I mean, ruined our basketball team from getting to play at the Civic Center.
Yeah.
I mean, football season kind of got hindered a little bit with the fans and stuff, and it was different.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird adjustment to get used to after, going from nothing being wrong to having, there goes Jaden.
Looks like Wheeling Central decided to come out and play a little aggressive.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive, but, their offense isn't really moving the ball as well yet as St. Albans has been, but that's also because, they practice every day as much as they can, and they'll even come out after their practices and try to, shoot around with me and the young kids. Oh, good save, Jared.
Right.
And, they've wanted to practice as much as they can because they want to be the best they can this year. Like this, I was telling Kyle earlier when we was on the phone that they're already 4-4 and #1 seat in the division. This is going to be the year they do great, but it'll be a big fall off next year, not having any more kids coming up and only having 10 next year. They're going to have to get some of the upperclassmen to step out.
So if you're watching and you don't know much about lacrosse, can you explain some of the things that's happening on the field, as in locations, who can move where,
Yeah,
and
so
the different positions?
It's set up in basically 3 groups of 3. You have 3 D poles that stay back on defense. They can push up to the 30-yard line upon a face-off, but whenever the ball is cleared, you can go down to the 50. You have your 3 midfielders, which one of them is a face-off guy, so he does basically like your basketball's jump ball, but they do it after every score. The other 2 are your wings. They crash to the ball whenever it goes to help your team win the face-off. Once you do get possession of the ball, you have to get it down to the opposing 30-yard line, and that's technically in the box, so there's not a running clock anymore. It's kind of like getting the ball past half court in basketball. You have 3 attackmen. They can do the same thing the D poles can, so they can come up to the 30 at the face-off and come up to the 50 any other time. Offenses, you can run plenty of different styles with this sport in general. And, I tell you, it's out of every sport I've played, it's been one of the toughest to learn. Hands down.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of a cross between soccer and maybe hockey.
Yeah, I'd say. There's a lot of hockey players that do come out and play lacrosse because they want it to be similar.
I think we have one on the youth team, correct?
Yes, we have one on our youth team. Ooh. Oh, good shot, Grant.
We'll take a look at that again.
Goal
This
line,
is
number 15.
sponsored by the TAP. It's the replay. Explain what he did there. He come back around from the backside.
Yeah, he come back from playing X and spun it around the crease and almost got hit. I was ready for him to hit the ground, but he kept a hold of it pretty well there and got a nice little shot. That's one thing about their goalie is he seems to be pretty jumpy towards the ball, which is you want that in a game, but not for your team. So him coming out is just giving you a little more of an open shot, which that's one thing this team does have this year is they have a good bit of kids who can shoot and good shot selection. So far, I've seen more shots right now than I've seen most of the year because everybody's been too scared to shoot the ball. But, I've seen, I think, 5 or 6 shots so far, which we've put, 2 on the board so far?
Yeah.
That's what you want in a lacrosse game. It don't matter how many shots you make. It's how many you have on the goal because you're not going to make any if you aren't shooting at it. That's in the crease. Are they calling him? Let me see. I can't tell if they called it – oh, no, they called it a goal. It's weird seeing from up at this angle, but it's all right.
So we don't have a Knights roster, so we're not really
Yes.
sure on who the players are for their team.
I've just gotten to the point where I know them and I know their jerseys, so I can tell you any kid from our team at this
Right.
point. Ooh.
Oh, that's a good catch.
Yeah, they've been the Knights have been playing a weird offense so far. It's kind of been hard to break it down because they're not playing an X-man, which is usually what a lot of teams do. It gives you somebody behind goal. It looks like they're in almost a 2-2-2, but oh, there they go. Now they're breaking down to a 2-3-1.
It's like they keep crossing those two right there in front of the goal as well.
Yeah, so those people are just kind of crease hunting because there's a little gray circle around the goal, and that's where you are not allowed to step into if you have the ball because it's for the goalie. Ooh, low to low off Jake's ankle, it looked like.
They just scored again.
Score by the Knights.
We're going to take a look at that real quick there. Tried to spin it across the ground there.
Yep, he got it on that back side of the crease. One took a shot, and they hit off Jake's ankle, rolled over, and the other kid was able to scoop and score. Wow, that right there is going to kill us this game. They have a really good face-off guy this year, and he's beating our guy to the clamp, so it's going to be a fun game of catch-up. Oh, overplayed. Okay, good save, Jared. Good save. He's right. There you go, Steven. Turn around. Thank you. And run to it at least, Steven. You just going to let it go? Stuff like that, small things in this game can really kill you. Ooh, okay, get it out of there. Yes. There you go, Jake. Take off. Good pass. So he's going to touch the 30 right there, and I was going to say he's probably going to step back. So main thing they do with that transition is our two of our midfielders, they are mainly defensive players. They're not right for attack. Oh. Ooh. Oh. But two of their midfielders aren't actually for offense. They're mainly defensive players, which would be Nick Nicholson and Jaden Ford. Nick plays a position called LSM, so it's basically long stick midi, which is what I played my junior year. Loved every second of it. But so he plays midfield with a deep hole because you can have 4 of them on the field at the time. And so he's able to play defense. And if he needs to, I've seen that boy run. He's got the legs to do it. And then Jaden, he's what they call a fogo, so he does the face-off and then he gets off. Then they bring usually Gavin and Dylan on to run the offense. Oh, good shot. It's going to be a goal by Jake. That's where having a lefty comes in handy.
Goal by number 2, Jake Shears.
So that was a big score, and this brought to you by the Tap on Old Main. We're going to see him come and set up, come back around the midfield, and then shoot it.
Them running crossbody shots are they hurt. You know, you're running, you're pulling your arms all the way across, and then you're just turning, so you can't get your full power to it, but it's a fun shot. I'm waiting to see, you know, they get usually, once they get up a little bit, they start shooting some that really make you think, wow, that's something. Dang. Okay, he's dropped it. Get over there. So as you can see there, we lost that face-off, so Nick and Jaden stayed back. Okay, so they are. Looks like Kyle has them running their zone right now. That zone was, you know, it's been pretty good to them. They They switch it. That zone, one of Putnam's old coaches is good friends with Kyle and actually came out here and helped us out a little bit now that he doesn't coach anymore. And him coming out here and putting work in with our defense while Kyle does everything with the offense has been pretty helpful. It's always nice to have a little bit of extra help. Ooh, there he goes. Nope, no shot. Right into the crease. See, that's one thing I see Catholic doing so far that's kind of something that Kyle really avoids doing is they're passing it right across the goal. So they're going everywhere in front of it. And usually that's not something you want to do because, as you saw there, you know, everybody will come right to the ball and it'll move out of there pretty quick. I'll try to set a pick on that low man. Oh, good stop.
It's like Wheeling Central wanted to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, they're probably already getting gassed because there goes Nick. See, there's them wheels I was talking about. He'll take off with it, and he'll get it down there for him. Nick has come a long way with this sport. From the time he started, he should have stayed. He shouldn't have ran off there. But Nick's come a long way with this sport. You know, whenever he first started, he kind of questioned it because that was right whenever him and I had first become friends, and I pushed him to come play. I was like, man, just do it. It's worth it. Do it. It's worth it. And he's like, I'll try it out. And now he's fallen in love with it.
So what was the purpose of him coming out?
You know, it was whenever we first started and we still didn't have enough kids to really play as much. And then he's a bigger boy at the time. I mean, it was always good to have them extra bodies, especially to play defense, because it takes someone to step down there and be able to, you know, guard someone, and then being able to be athletic at the same time is what really, you know, makes it who it is. But at the time, you know, since Nick started playing lacrosse, I mean, he's gotten in, probably, I bet you he'd tell you too, he's probably gotten in the best shape of his life. Good shot. Oh, he wanted that one. It's good seeing them coming out here shooting, though, because, I mean, they've probably shot more in this game than they have in every other game because they're always too worried about shooting it and missing, but you can always get that back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Trying to see who all they got in. So. Okay. Oh. It's all right. We had possession right there, so they kept possession at the end of that first quarter and come back out, and they should start it right there unless they're calling that a shot.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Your score is St. Albans 3, Wheeling Central Catholic 2. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about a minute, and you're watching live action from St. Albans Crawford Field for the Red Dragon Lacrosse on Video Productions.
The relationship between a lawyer and a client is based on trust. You have to make certain that the lawyer you hire has your best interests at heart. We typically meet our clients at the worst times of their lives, and it's our job to help them. Over the years, we've been entrusted with some of the biggest cases in West Virginia. That's because we have a track record of success and getting exceptional results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia.
Joining me, high-profile lawyer Ben Salengo. Ben, it's a real honor to have you on.
In fact, many of our cases come from other lawyers. Lawyers who've worked with us, lawyers who've worked against us, and even those who've merely heard of our results. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
Welcome back here to Crawford Field as your St. Albans Red Dragons are leading at 3-2 over Wheeling Central Catholic. They came out pretty aggressive the first quarter.
Yeah, this one, it's going to be a low-scoring game unless, they start running how they usually do. They're kind of just feeling the team out, trying to see how they're going to play, and taking it from there. Oh, they did consider that. Okay. It's all right.
So what was it?
They're doing another face-off. We had possession, but it's okay. 'Cause if I'm not mistaken, unless they change that again, because they did change a lot of the play clock rules and everything else. Used to be whenever you had the ball, you guys had to 2 minutes to score. You couldn't just hold it. Now they've made it to where you can hold it, but you have to be actively running around the field. So it's kind of different now. Oh, there you go. Oh.
A little kick.
Yeah, that's one thing about Jaden. He's a wrestler for the high school. Well, he was, now that he's a senior. So he's a little feller. And, it's hard to be a face-off guy when you're a smaller dude. The only thing you can really go off of is the low man wins. So, getting a face-off, you kind of just have to fight low and go. There you go, Jaden. Jaden is also one of their fastest, if not the fastest player on their team, so letting him run with it is very crucial to their game plan. Ooh. Good. Take off, Connor. Straight to the goal, straight to the goal. Look at Trey, look at Trey, look at Trey, look at Trey, look at Trey. Ooh! Now that is a fantastic shot.
And that goal is brought to you by the tap, a replay.
You say, I got to watch that again. Let's bring it down.
He had two options right there. Shoot it or pass it over to Trey.
Yeah. Still, it's always a tough decision to make whenever you're running on the field. I'm sure you remember whenever you recorded our game that one year. It's hard to go from sprinting down the field to slow down enough to either pass it or shoot. And then if you're passing it, you got to make sure you're accurate enough. You got to, make sure.
Hope they catch it.
Yeah, and you got to hope for it. And that's always the weird thing of lacrosse is you never know where you're going to throw it to. You have a good estimate of where, but you never know. There, ooh, he almost had it. There he goes. Rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. Oh, I really wish he would have shot that there. Rarely ever. Got to use two hands, Connor.
Other than length, is there anything different in the sticks and a long stick versus the short?
Is
the pocket deeper?
So no, the pockets actually, you cannot, whenever there's a ball in the head of it, you actually are not allowed to be able to look over top of the ball through the mesh. That is an illegal pocket, which in our game against GW, that's how we almost came back, is because one of their guys had an illegal pocket, and it's a 2-minute non-releasable penalty. So it's got to be, right there, and then the actual pocket itself has to be a certain width, because if it's pinched together, it'll hold the ball. And
that can change by getting wet, even, I would think.
Well,
the stretch a little bit.
The mesh will, but not necessarily the head. The head's kind of changed more from it being warm out and everything else. Because once it gets hot, those things get real bendy. There's only a couple of them that won't bend a whole lot, and most of the time that's what your deep holes want to use, is one that doesn't bend a whole lot, so that whenever you are throwing checks, that it's not just bending off them. You want to make sure they feel it. That's probably the worst part about playing this sport, is the bruises you'd come home with, especially if you played midfield or attack. You'd come home with welts you didn't even know where you got hit from.
It's up top.
Little box of ones. Yeah, their team called a timeout here.
With that timeout, we'll take a timeout too. You're watching live streaming coverage of St. Albans Lacrosse on Video Productions. Welcome back here to Crawford Field as your Red Dragons lead it 4-2 over Wheeling Central.
Pretty good crowd out here today, I should say, with it being senior night.
Senior night, senior day, senior something, right?
Yeah, I reckon. However you want to put it. And I'm really hoping for them to bring on a win here, because that's what I was talking to Kyle about also earlier, because, you know, they're 4-4, and, you know, there's a lot of doubt in St. Albans. Like, a lot of people doubt all the sports around here, but lacrosse, I mean, this team's come a long way, and they're hoping for a winning season, which, I mean, if they could pull this off, this is a D1 team, so it's not a divisional game, but it always brings them up to beat a D1 team. And even that win against a divisional game at Mountain State, what was that? I want to say Tuesday? Or was it? No, it was Thursday. That win right there was a hard-fought victory.
Mountain State seems to have some pretty good teams. I mean, we've seen them in the Little League side of it.
Yeah.
They just stomp us.
Yeah, they're just it's all Putnam County, so they have kids from, like, I'm trying to think of, like, the Putnam County schools, so, like,
Hurricane,
Poca,
Buffalo,
Midland,
yeah.
all those. So it's tough, because
there's no other lacrosse team in, like, Cabell County, I don't think.
No.
Wayne County area, so they can come from everywhere. And we're pretty well just strictly all St. Albans.
Yep,
so.
I think we have two. I think one
from Nitro.
It's either one or two from Nitro and one from GW, if I'm not mistaken. Or he might be Nitro now. He's our backup goalie, and then one of them's just.
There's
no
one from
put,
Catholic.
There's a good call.
There's one from Catholic also, right?
Yes, he's actually one of my kids from last year. He's come a long way. Last year, whenever I was coaching him, you know, he's still in the midst.
We got to spend some quality time going to Wheeling.
Yeah.
Coach Kyle had a flat, and they all ended up in my vehicle. We
just
drop
the vehicle off at a rest stop and
keep on
come
going.
Get it later. Yeah, Richie, he's a freshman this year, but he is going. His senior year will be a good one to watch, because watching him being able to play last year and then seeing him come out now has been a significant difference. Good shot,
save.
Dylan. Good shot. Yeah, Richie, when he first started, he's, you know, a little bit shorter than me, about the same size as me, though, and then now he's out here, and he's like 6'1", way bigger than I am. And he's actually, I think he's got 3 goals on the season, or 2 goals on the season so far, playing as a freshman. I can't wait to see where that kid takes off with it. Oh, there goes Trey. Get you one. There it is. That's what I like to see, is a lot of these kids, you know, I've watched them play forever since I played. And seeing some of them go out there and be able to score now, that you don't got me and Will out there ball hogging it.
That's another
nice.
big replay brought to you by the Tap on 75 Old Main Plaza. And a little bit of information about them last night. They actually hosted the after party type event for the alumni. So that was pretty cool. Pretty good of them.
Yeah, I went home and I hit the bed.
Straight crash.
Yeah.
After
winning that tournament, from throwing a team together in 5 minutes of kids that I've played ball with since I was little, and coming out here and winning last night, is a fun experience. One of our kids, I guess, broke his hand in the middle of it and just left.
Well, a little miscommunication that happened up here. We was told by the downstairs announcer that the young guns were the high schoolers. So
yeah.
we was kind of confused a little bit. So we tried to give them exclusive coverage, and it was the wrong team.
Yeah.
Apologize for that.
Oh, it's all good. We're not too mad.
You got to go off the information.
Oh, shoot it, Nick. Shoot it, Nick. Oh, I wanted to see it.
Without rosters and things like that, it was hard to go off of.
Yeah, but at
the
same time, ooh, that's a yard sale.
I would have said have that championship game full field.
Yeah, that would have been fun. With the amount I could have ran, it would have been nice, because, you know, I played quarterback for my team for a little while, so it was kind of fun. I haven't thrown a ball in years. I mean, I've never been a quarterback, but being out there and just having fun, whipping it, it was nice. It was a fun experience.
Most of your all's team went shirtless the second game.
Yeah. You know, I mean.
It was a cool evening, but
yeah.
It seemed like it was very humid.
Oh, yeah. It was really humid. And then after running around for the first game and only getting like a 5-minute break in between.
Yeah.
Whew, it got warm quick. I originally came out, I had shorts and tights on, and then I had a long sleeve shirt on, and then I was like, man, I can't do this. It got way too hot, and then, you had the jersey on, and it was nice for them to sell all, like, the old jerseys and everything. I tried to find, my old numbers and my brother's, but couldn't find any of them.
Heisted them.
Yeah, someone was wearing number 7, which is the one I was really looking for in the away jersey that I was trying to find, and someone was wearing it in the game, and I was like, just so you know, I'm guarding you extra just because.
Yeah, it seems like a good thing for fundraising. I mean,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
seen
most definitely.
A couple other schools have done that in the area. They got rid of their old stuff, and there's no reason to keep it if you're not going to use it.
Right. I'm trying to talk Kyle into
Sell
having
it off.
another alumni game.
Yeah, sell it off and fundraise it. Sell off them old jerseys and things and just fundraise for your money.
Yep. If I could talk Kyle into it, the only reason he hasn't really looked at having another one is because last year, whenever we did it, or 2 years ago, whichever it was, we had a good turnout, but there wasn't enough. We had spent more than we had made because, we had to ended up bringing in some more juniors sophomores from, that season because of where we didn't have enough seniors. The alumni come out ready, though. They were excited. Everybody was amped for it. Oh, good interception, Jake.
Here in a couple weeks, the women's basketball is doing a big softball tournament.
I already have a team going.
You already have a team going too. So.
Yes, if I can get this last person to give me a 100% answer, we'll be in there. I already talked to Ricky Steele and told him, I said, I got a team coming out. Go ahead and, sign us up. And he's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, Coach Steele was telling me about it there, and I was like, that's a great idea. It's a good fundraiser and good time.
I'm waiting to see the flag for failure to possess. Okay, nope, they're going to give it to us.
Lots of potential to make
gotta
some
have
money.
Those. Gotta push that tray. Yep, there you go. Play him out, Jaden. Play him out. Good. Watch the center. Get an eye on that. Eye on that. That's one thing I've really noticed is, there's a goal from Charleston. Or not Charleston. Shoot, Wheeling.
Wheeling Central Catholic. With the
I wanted to
score.
say Charleston Catholic after talking about Richie earlier. But no, one thing I've noticed about them is they really like to pass that ball around. They've been moving the ball well, other than the couple interceptions we've had. But it's going to be a really good game today. It's been a good first half so far, I can tell you that much. Oh, looks like they've pulled. Let's see how they have it set up right now. They took, looks like Dylan off the wing, Jake off the wing, and threw Gavin in there to give him a run.
And they didn't
there we go. That's what we like to see right there. They had a false start on, illegal procedure is what they'll call it. But the easiest way to put it's a false start on the other team's face-off guy. He moved before the whistle was blew. So that's a free possession to us. Now, we're going. They took Nick and Jaden out, and they brought in. Gotta have that. Put our middies back out. That's one thing now is, they have 23 kids. They have substitutes for everything. Actually, I was wrong. They have 2 kids from Catholic.
Oh, dude, okay.
It's Sam and Richie, and they were both 8th graders last year on the Phoenix team. Shot, thank you.
And actually, right now on our channel is the girls are playing. Our girls are playing up at Fairmont.
Oh, they're in Fairmont today?
Yeah, and it's live on Video Productions as well. So you can catch that game as well right now. It's going on.
So how many people are on your all's Video Productions team?
Could not tell you. There's tons with executive producer Butch Mounts.
That's good. Y'all got enough people there.
He does a great job leading out. He just kind of let me start doing some things the past year and a half. So it's been eventful. It's been fun. He kind of keeping St. Albans stuff.
Ooh, that was a good fake.
As much as possible.
Right.
As much as possible. We got some.
I'm glad we were able to pull you out here again. It's nice having someone.
Schedules don't line up a lot of times.
Right.
When you have kids that are in sports, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
We didn't have any baseball games today, so it really did work out.
Yeah, I was hoping my family would be here last night, but, one of our younger ones had a baseball game. So
Did they at least win?
I don't know. I believe so, though, because, I was talking to my mom, and she's telling me that Carter had a really good game last night. So I'm hoping they won, now that he's being coached by Jackson again and everything else. Oh, I got to shoot a little bit harder than that. Yep. Push up, Connor. Push. Oh, yard sale. That right. Oh, you got to call that. Come on, Joe.
He's letting him play there.
Push him out. Push him out. Push him out. Push him out. Oh. Attaboy, Trey. Failure to possess. Yep. Failure to advance.
Now, is that a flag? Or is that
Yeah. No, it's not a flag. It's kind of like stepping out of bounds. It's not like a penalty or nothing, but it does switch the way it goes because they weren't able to clear the ball from their goal down to the 30-yard line on the other side.
Okay.
Ooh, that's right, his face.
He was ready for that one.
Yeah, they're probably breaking it down now, like St. Albans has 2 or 3, 3 to 5 people that shoot a lot, so it's kind of easy to break down who's a shooter and who's not. A lot of times teams will play midfielders, and they won't even be people that go for the goal. Oh, yeah, just got word Jackson and them beat Nitro 12-7.
All right.
But, it's easy to break away who's a shooter and who's not. Good save, Jared. It's easy to tell who can and can't shoot.
Right.
And then, a lot of teams will play defensive middies just so that they have somebody down there to pass the ball around, and if it needs to be ran somewhere, they'll get it going. Ooh, gotta have that. Little mistakes can change this game really quickly. Oh, good takeaway, Steven. There's a flag. That's going to be a slash. Take off, Jake. So we got some laundry.
He waved it off over there, though.
She might have since we had possession.
Okay.
Yep, she did. See, that's what you don't want to see because that was a good call and then took it away. So, you hate to see that, but that's part of that new rule regulation they
keeps the game
switch.
going.
Yeah. It's part of those new rules that's still in. Oh, good shot. That's the best time to shoot. It's whenever they have a defender standing in front of the goal, you can't see anything coming at you.
Number 5, Gavin Albert.
Replays brought to you by the Tap.
Yeah, you'll
Oh,
see.
man.
You see him bring it down, and he hesitates, and that's his main problem. But then a defender standing right there and split him and got that inside corner on him. It's been a good game so far. Both teams are playing very well. I tell you though, it does feel really weird being up here and being able to be calm and mellow than being down there on the field screaming for Kyle.
I can't fix that.
Oh, good takeaway. It's all right. That's white ball. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Take off, Gavin. Take off. Is that Ryan I see coming out on the field? Yep, that's going to be Ryan. Ryan's one of our former Putnam players. He was with them for a little while before he come to SA. Good. Oh, no hit in the back. Come on, Mitch. There we go. Good takeaway. Good takeaway. Get possession. Get possession. There we go. Not bad, though, going into the half.
With that, we're going to take a break. Your St. Albans Red Dragons lead at 6. Wheeling Central Catholic 3. We're going to come back, and we'll be right back after this. About a 4-minute break. You're watching live production of St. Albans Red Dragon Lacrosse on Video Productions.
Against the Charles.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, grab me one too.
I don't think you should do this.
Watch and learn.
He's here.
Fleck on the track.
What up, Bronx? Here come the Dunkies and my partner.
It's really hard to be your friend, man.
Dunkies! Don't go away, my heart. Don't go away, my heart.
How do you like them donuts? I'm so sorry.
What track are we?
We talked about this.
2 words, Dunking's iced coffee.
The relationship between a lawyer and a client is based on trust. You have to make certain that the lawyer you hire has your best interests at heart. We typically meet our clients at the worst times of their lives, and it's our job to help them. Over the years, we've been entrusted with some of the biggest cases in West Virginia. That's because we have a track record of success and getting exceptional results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia.
Joining me, high-profile lawyer Ben Salengo. Ben, it's a real honor to have you on.
In fact, many of our cases come from other lawyers. Lawyers who've worked with us, lawyers who've worked against us, and even those who've merely heard of our results. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
The main goal of our firm is to provide the best client experience possible.
I want my clients to believe that they've experienced fairness. Then finally, I want them to know that they got a friend. I'm not in the business of running off business, but I'm in the business of being honest.
At the end of the day and at the end of the case, I want the client to know that they didn't leave anything on the table, to feel without doubt that they made the right decision to hire this firm.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back here to St. Albans Crawford Field as St. Albans leads at 6 to Wheeling Central Catholics 3. It's a pretty eventful first half. Now, what'd you say the guy's name was with the beard?
Mitch.
He's stretching out on right here in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he refs just about every sport you can do around here. So like, he
Really?
does basketball and soccer, and I don't know if he does football or not. I know he does basketball, soccer, and lacrosse.
I haven't got to see him in basketball yet, but I've seen him here a lot for lacrosse.
Yeah, he does a lot of soccer too, because if I'm not mistaken, he coaches GW soccer.
Okay.
Or the girls' soccer team. Wow. Ooh, get in there, Nick. Ooh. That's over and back.
They didn't start
Call
the
it.
clock.
Did they not?
There it goes.
Okay. All right, let's see how they go here.
Is over and back like basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go over and back, and it's the other team's ball. He doesn't have a left hand, Jaden. There's a lot of little things in this game you can pick up after being around it for so long. It doesn't look... No, okay, so they have one kid that's a lefty. Oh, God.
Was that a score?
Yeah, from number 21 on their team. He hit one of those ones I was telling you about earlier where, you know, you wait till there's a defender in front of the goal so that the goalie can't see it coming. Oh, that's a good shot. Yeah, they come out ready to play in the second half. They didn't like that 6-3 first.
Two in a row for the Knights.
Two push increase. Let's see. Get out there. Ooh, watch high. He's got his eyes turned. Oh, good takeaway. Get there. Yep.
And it looks like our St. Albans girls lacrosse took a tough loss at Fairmont Senior, 16-2.
Stick with it. 16-2, you said?
16-2.
Wow.
Fairmont teams are tough as well.
Yeah.
So. And our girls struggled this year getting the team together. So I mean,
right.
It's tough.
So another goal for them. They come out in the second half wanting it.
Changed up their game plan a little bit.
It seems like it.
Brought it back to a tied game. Little promo though, if you're a boy or a girl looking to play, looking to try a new sport, or just like to hit people, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if it's high school
if
boys,
it's boys,
you can.
hit people. Girls is a little more compassionate. They don't hit it as much. Get in touch with Dave Randolph or Kyle. Kyle French.
Even if, you know, in your middle school, elementary, middle school, I believe they tried to start a girls' youth team, didn't they?
Yep, and he's going to try again next year. He wants to try to build that program up so it's
Even if not,
prosperous for the high school.
Right. We do have a youth, you know, boys team. It's 4th through 8th grade. And with that, you can get a hold of me or Kyle.
It's the positive of being in control. You can kind of give a self-promo for the program for St. Albans.
Yeah, it helps. Hopefully see a lot more kids next year. Someone at your house?
Appears that way. Kids play outside play, and it's a nice day. It's really nice here in St. Albans.
It's nice until that breeze gets you one good time, and then
yeah,
it's just warm enough to be great weather for this today.
It's in the mid-60s. I mean, nice day.
Oop, illegal procedure. Oh, come on, Jaden.
So I didn't see what he did.
Clamp too, like before they blew the whistle, he tried to clamp down on it.
Okay.
It's like a basketball if you jump before the whistle's blown.
Right.
Or while the ball's thrown, however you want to put it. Good, Nick. That's one thing that does make this sport different than all others because, you know, there's not another sport that you'll see that, you know, ball starts on the ground and then you fight for it.
And to try to get it up, right? Off the ground. Pretty tough.
Like, I think even in the girls, they have to stand up and, like, hold the ball against each other and then throw it up.
Right.
It's weird. It's definitely different.
They kind of put it in that little pocket there, make them toss it up. I think they turn the sticks backward, maybe.
They turn them backward like you would with a face-off. They put them together, and then they like have to throw the ball in the air, and then they can both go for it. Get up there. Oh.
Turnover there for St. Albans.
Kyle's been taking a little bit of a different approach today. It's kind of weird seeing how he's running it right now. Oh, good trailer check, Nick.
Can tell you one thing. He saw and learned how to change the tire on his car.
Who, Kyle? They told me, he's like, yeah, they stopped and picked us up and then helped us change the tire. I was like, come on, Kyle.
I'm glad I seen him standing there because as we're driving up the road, I saw the hat and saw him. And I said, that looked like Coach. I was like, we got to turn around.
Yeah, because, I mean,
He
I
was
wasn't able to
standing
make
on
it
the
to that
phone.
one. I wasn't able to make it to that game. I was at drill down in Summersville.
And I called your mom and them to see where they were because I needed to dump some kids off instead of piling them all in one little car. But we made it. We got to ride home with your mom and them.
I figured. I think she told me about that. She's like, yeah, I just dropped Luke off. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, wait, I don't know if they're home yet. And I was like,
We were not. We were not too far behind them.
Yeah. You gotta keep pressing him. Keep pressing him. Good work. There we go. That's what you want to see.
Push it out.
Yep. That's one thing about this sport that I really like. It's just like soccer. So, like, if you play the ball from out of bounds, it's out. You know, if it rolls out, but you can, like, toss it in and then come back after it. It's quite nice. Now let's see what they do with it here. Ooh, he wanted that one. definitely scared of Jake because they are playing him in the crease very well, behind the goal, I should say.
Luke Nichols, St. Albans to the championship. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, they have a really good run for it right now. Ooh.
Is Luke a previous player?
Yeah, he was a senior last year.
Okay. Didn't recognize the name there.
Yeah, him and Ben Blackwell.
Yep.
Ooh.
Remember Ben?
Yeah, they only had 2 seniors last year. It's weird because like every year there's a different amount of seniors graduating. I think my my junior year we had, I want to say 1, maybe 2. And then my senior year there was 6 of us, I think. It's me, Will Raines, Colton Spradling, Brody Lloyd, Caleb. There's a couple more. We had a lot of kids quit that year, though.
Oh. I think he knew he missed it before he even seen the ball go there because he had already dropped his head.
Yeah, you never know where that ball is going to land at. It's just good to see him taking shots. I mean, they need to switch Dylan and Jake right now if they're going to keep trying to shoot that like that.
Maybe some of these boys have gotten tough and they'll come out for football. And that'll keep them in the aggressive mentality a little bit.
See, there's not a lot of them that would actually play football simply because, oh, there we go, Grant. You know, back my senior years, like, you could only play one sport. Like, if you try to play another one, that other coach would be like, no, you either play this or you know, don't play that.
Right, which that really don't help you. I mean,
No.
I don't see that helping you.
You know, Kyle tells you to go do whatever you want to. I think we have a hockey player on our team.
Yeah.
I think a kid doing show choir and some other stuff. Like, everybody does, you know, Kyle is one of the most lenient coaches you could deal with. He's been one of the best mentors, too, with this sport, you know.
Well, even the new head coach here at St. Albans, Derek
Yeah.
Stotts, he said, play other sports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Stay in shape.
You're staying in shape, running. You're being physically conditioned year round. Works different muscles. You're working your arm strength right here. You're working your legs.
Oh, yeah, you're working all kinds of things here. I couldn't tell you how tired I used to be coming home from a game. Ooh, there we go. There you go, Dylan.
Probably not as tired as you were this morning.
I don't know, man. I'm still sore. I'm still sore. But I mean, at the same time, you know, whenever I'm practicing with my kids, I won't make them do something I wouldn't. So whenever they go to condition, I condition with them. Ooh.
Luke kind of gave you a dirty look, I think, right there.
Yeah, they don't enjoy the running as much as I do. I love it.
Luke's on camera. He plays for Aiden on the middle school lacrosse.
That's over and back.
Him and
That's
son.
over and back. Come on. Make the call. I guess they didn't have possession, so it'll buff. Yeah, I'm trying not to be too
I think we've got him talked into playing football again for your brother.
It'd be
Think
good for
so,
him.
maybe.
I'm trying to talk all the kids too. You know, I have one kid on my team right now, not other than one of my brothers that played for Jackson last year. Ooh, oh, that was.
Now Carter's going to stay back and play one more year of Little League, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he's playing one last year. Him and Bot both are playing, and then.
Kind of where we were.
Yeah.
Actually talked to the head coach this morning at Hayes and was saying, give them another year. They're 11, going on 12.
Right.
So they got that
Ooh.
opportunity. They
Shot.
get a little
Shoot
bigger.
that. Oh.
Oh.
Now that right there would be a cross check with no possession, but they didn't call that. There we go, Gavin. Or is that Dylan? It's Dylan. Oh. That's White. Oh. Come on, Kelly. She's a good ref, but sometimes she's hit or miss with her calls.
She's on the other side of the field trying to make that call, too.
Yeah, that's like
It's
the hard
kinda
part. It should have been to
deceiving.
Mitch right here. Because it's where the ball goes out. Whoever's closest to the ball when it goes out gets the ball after a shot. There we go, Grant. Oh, gotta have that, Grant.
Oh.
Get in there, Connor.
I think some of them getting aggravated now.
Yeah.
Getting them checked.
There should have been a couple trip calls there, but they're pushed without possession.
St. Albans still back on top. The 7-6 shouldn't be there, but
right.
Should be a little
Ooh,
more.
that was a good shot.
Of a cushion. I gotta tell you, I'm just really impressed with the fan support, parent support.
Right. Oh, quit trying to shoot left-handed. He's gonna throw it long. And then he's gonna whip it. Yep. This is where we need fast defenders to get back down the field so that something like that right there don't happen.
Another score by Willing Central Catholic. You was talking about a little bit ago how many people out and about doing games. We have people Fairmont. They're actually in Fairmont. They run games on video productions. You got people in Bluefield, the college, and the high school running games. Logan, Chapmanville area running games. Here, the Grind basketball at State College, the professional basketball team that we have that plays at West Virginia State. Live games there. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot goes on.
There's a lot to it.
There's a lot goes on you don't see. And then you come into football season, you have the
Friday Night Lights people.
Yeah, Friday Night Rivals,
Yeah.
with WCHS. And that's a big
That's one thing
crew,
I do miss.
Big crew.
I regret not playing football my senior year, but it's hard to play whenever, certain things ruin it for you.
Right. I totally understand.
And that's the hardest part about high school sports nowadays is a lot of the time the coaches will ruin it for the kids, or somebody will, and it makes it hard for somebody to come back out and do something. Now, like if I would have been a junior, and Kyle would have been like, "Hey, you want to come back up?" I'd have been like, "Sure,"
Yeah.
He's made sure that his coaching strategies have been nothing but helpful. That's white ball. There we go. This right here is where we could score, but they're taking their time, and that's going to kill them.
Yeah, with it being 147 in the third.
Can't touch him in the crease. Oh, got to get that. Got to have that. Right there is what you need.
Lost our aggressiveness, I think, on going for the shots.
Mm-hmm.
What was this call there?
Failure to advance. They didn't get it down to the other box in enough time.
Even though it was a loose ball on the ground.
Yep, it was our ball at first, and then they started to steal it from us before we could get it down there, so it's... There you go, Jared. Good save. Get away from the goal. Get open. Get away from the goal. Get open. Don't you dare, Jared.
He acted like he was going to take it down the field.
That right there will... Got to have those clears. That's... Ooh. Take off, Jake. Come on, Joe. Why are you just now calling it? 7-7. There we go. Now let's get it down the field. It's hard not to be biased towards, St. Albans, but after playing for them for so long, it's
okay
kind of a habit.
It's okay to be biased whenever you're the home team and home network, right? Home crew.
That's a trip and a slash to the ankle, but I'm not going to get that call. It seems like the refs have been really lenient on what they're going to consider a slash today.
But not on
Hit the box, Jake. Hit the box, hit the box, hit the box, hit the box, hit the box.
But not
Thank
the
you.
lenient on the failure to advance.
What is it?
Not so much lenient on the failure to advance. So
Yeah.
we'll leave that there.
That right there should have been a penalty, but.
Well, we're going to take a break. It's the end of the third. Tied score. St. Albans and Wheeling Central Catholic. And you're watching it live right here on Video Productions.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Welcome back here to St. Albans Crawford Field as your Red Dragons are tied up right now with the Maroon Knights of Wheeling Central Catholic. Long trip.
It
Down
turns out
77.
They actually ended up going to the high school thinking that the track and soccer field was.
That's why they were late. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got worried about that at halftime. That's why they were so late, because the GPS sent them there. Because they probably just put in St. Albans High School and didn't put in Crawford Field. Or, you know, they put in Crawford Field on a different GPS and it brought it up to where that used to be Crawford Field. I know Kyle's main goal today is play mostly seniors.
And this last 12 minutes is when their last time on the field possible. Well,
oh, no,
we're
in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so,
they made it this
last
year.
time on this field, maybe.
No, even if we do lose, we have
Host.
one game.
We'll host?
Well, no. This game doesn't matter.
Okay.
This isn't a playoff thing, because the playoffs is going to be divided, like everything.
So
But
they'll host first game.
they should, if I'm not mistaken. But if there's another team, I think it's Capital or another team that they're both like a 0-7, 0-8 record, so that if they they got to pull something crazy off to be able to host a game. There we go. There you go, Jaden. I'll take. Oh, you got to scoop it, not rake at it. Get it downfield. Y'all know they're calling it.
That's what they're trying to do, is keep them down on this end so they get the turnover.
There you go. Take off, Nick. Attaboy. I can hear Nick's family and everybody in the stands screaming wheels. He's fast. He gets mobile from time to time. I know that one hurt. That was right off the wrist. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for it. Their last game, whenever they were playing Mountain State, I guess Thursday night, Grant right here, number 15, he's one of the smallest kids on the team, and one of the deep holes from Mountain State picked it up, and he come running down there and laid him out. And the boy's probably about 6'3", about 250. He's a big old boy. I saw Grant run down there and lay him out, and then had us on the sideline jumping and everything.
Oh, here's the fans a little upset with the ref call.
Let me look, because I can tell you who that was.
There was a pretty hard hit over there on their side. Looks like we just might have scored.
Can't see now.
Let's go back to that replay here.
That'll be Nick's girlfriend's little sister that yelled that one.
There you go.
Oh, did they score?
Looked like we came down the field and scored.
As you say, did I miss it?
Yeah, we did.
Who shot that?
I'm not sure.
I think Dylan more than like. Oh, here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier. Tristan, their other lefty. So at the moment, they have 3 lefties on the field. And they have a good chemistry. I don't know what it is about lefties, but they always have a good chemistry together. really like to see this game, since it is senior night and everything, is Nick shoot, because he's a deep hole, so he's playing that LSM position. And watching him run down the field and practice whenever they're doing all that, run down there and sling one with a deep hole, it's a very interesting sight. Was it Gavin?
Gavin Albert.
Yep. I knew it was either him, Dylan, or Jake. Get it in the box, Jaden. Take it to the box. Take it to the box. Don't throw it. Oh, no, it was Dylan.
Dylan.
Okay. I knew it was one of them. Get it in the box, Tristan. There you go. Now slow it down. Slow it down. So let's see. They got Gavin, Grant, Connor, Jake, Tristan, and Trey. Oh, that was clean. There you go, Gav.
That was a nice shot.
That was Gavin Albert, that one. I love Papa Bob, but sometimes he don't make the right calls.
Number 4. Is that right?
Let's go with it, though. That was Gavin, not Dylan. You know, it is hard to tell with these jerseys, though. Like, that was one thing we figured out.
He number 4?
No, Gavin's number 5.
Number 5, okay.
Yeah.
It is hard to see these jerseys.
Yeah, so when we first designed them, you know, Kyle was kind of like, I want something that y'all are going to not die of a heat stroke, because my junior year, we had jerseys that were like thick T-shirts. Oh, there goes Nick. Get down there. Oh, he dropped it. But we had like thick T-shirt jerseys, and we'd play a game, and we'd just be absolutely dying of a heat stroke. And it sucked. And then Kyle was like, let's design new ones. And we were like, all right, cool. Let's go with like a vintage style jersey. So it's like the shorter, baggier sleeve jerseys. And he ended up designing these, and they looked really good on the actual design itself. And then, you know, seeing them in person and seeing that the colors, they look good up close. But looking from afar, you can't ever tell who shoots the ball. So I think next year he's going to try to fundraise a little bit and possibly come out with new jerseys. He called me a couple weeks ago asking if I still had my jerseys, and I was like, yeah. He's like, can I have them back? I said, no.
We got some laundry on the field.
Let's see what team it was.
It was against, looks like it's against.
I think it's Nick.
Well, they're
Slash
out.
to the head.
They're out.
No, they have a guy in the box, but
Yeah.
let me see. He's either going to the box. Nope, so it wasn't Nick. I thought he hit him in the head. That's a Nick move.
Ball's coming up to midfield.
Oh, so it's a free clear. So it must have been a slash or something to get it a free clear. It's not often you get one of those, so. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, so they're man down. So we're man up right now. This is when our offense works the best together, because we get in this man down, well, man up, and, you know, it's hard to move the ball. Oh, come on, Tristan.
Don't
It's
waste
harder.
the time.
Well, you would kind of want to run the time down, because if it's not a releasable penalty, or, well, if it is a releasable penalty, as soon as you score, oh, good shot, Grant. As soon as you score, it's going to be released, but they might have him locked in.
Replay brought to you by the Tap on Old Main.
That is one of the things they changed nowadays, though, about penalties, is if your team gets a penalty and you score, even if it's a releasable penalty, you don't get released.
That was a nice pass right down to the middle inside
Oh,
the
yeah.
yellow, and then
Right on the crease.
popped it in there.
Also, he is locked in there, so he either has a 1 minute or a 2 minute non-releasable.
And they're talking center field.
Their face-off guy's killing it for him today. Like, he's doing really good against ours all, but that's a win for Jaden technically right there, because nobody had possession yet. Oh, I'll get you one, Jaden.
He's just
Oh,
a big guy, strong.
yeah.
Pushes the defender out of the way.
I was hoping Jaden would run down there and score, but looks like they're bringing in Ryan. You know, they have a lot of talent this year, and hopefully it stays the same for next year. Ooh! There goes Jake with another one. That's a good shot right there.
By number 2, Jake Shear.
Again, another replay by the tap.
Sorry, I'm going to slide over here close with you. Watch that replay.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, he hit a quick split dodge and come across with that.
That was
sidearm. It's
wicked.
Yeah, it's a challenging shot to hit, but once you get it down, it's the best one you could hit. Because then you're not scared to run down there across, because a lot of people have a problem with they always want to shoot from up top. And that's where it kills you in a game, because then you're just hunting for that one shot. Oh, Kyle asked him for a stick check. So what happened right there is I guess Kyle called a timeout, or the refs did it because it seemed illegal. But they actually go through and measure everything. So they'll put a ball in the pocket and flip it over and everything, make sure that the ball does not get stuck, make sure they have a little index card with them to make sure the head is properly spaced so that it's not pinched together. And if, oh. Okay. So, you know, you use a timeout to do that, so that's a timeout that they don't have now, but it's not always a bad thing to run a stick check whenever you're feeling one might be illegal. Oh, making a move away. They were corralling the box. Get in there, Nick. Yep. There you go, Jake. Watch your side, Jake. Ooh, that's to the head. Come on. Okay, there's a flag, so I think they're going to call it now. There you go, Grant. Run in there, Grant. There it is. So they actually just got released from the box, and now they got someone else going back in. It's going to be a slash call. It's either a 30-second or a 1 minute because it's to the hip. But, again, that puts them man up again. So let's see, we're at 7 to 11. Okay. See how much time we got? They got 7 minutes, and they got a penalty right now, so they're just burning the clock. Oh, looks like I missed pass there. Overshot him. Get in there. Get in there, Dylan. Get in there. Attaboy, Grant. See, so this right here, they're about to get it. Oh, it's to the head. Don't. Yeah, thank you. There it is. Failure to advance. Oh, almost, Grant. Don't you miss recording our games and hearing my mom yell the whole time?
Do something, Holbert.
That's one thing. Like, we won't be able to hear that again for another 2 years because Chance is now 6th grade. So when he hits high school.
All we do if we do any of the Hayes games.
Well, see, I'm not sure if he's wanting to play football again. I really don't know right now. He's kind of just been, oh, I'll get there. That's, dang. They've put on a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, they got that lead back, 11-7.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot. Penalties will kill a team.
Definitely.
Failure to advance. Oh, timeout.
With that, we'll also take a timeout with them. So we'll be right back. You're watching live action from St. Albans, Crawford Field. Red Dragons Lacrosse on Video Productions.
The relationship between a lawyer and a client is based on trust. You have to make certain that the lawyer you hire has your best interests at heart. We typically meet our clients at the worst times of their lives, and it's our job to help them. Over the years, we've been entrusted with some of the biggest cases in West Virginia. That's because we have a track record of success and getting exceptional results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia.
Joining me, high-profile lawyer Ben Salango. Ben, it's a real honor to have you on.
In fact, many of our cases come from other lawyers. Lawyers who've worked with us, lawyers who've worked against us, and even those who've merely heard of our results. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
Welcome back here to the Crawford Field as your Red Dragons lead it 11-7 against Wheeling Central Catholic. That wind makes it a little chilly coming in.
Why you think I'm glad I'm over here?
Right?
I got long sleeves on, but it's thin.
That's the thing with here at the field. You got to open the windows on the upper top of the box for the cameras.
Tell you one thing I miss doing, showing up to the games in the snow. Ooh. Showing up to the games in the snow in shorts and a cowboy hat. That's probably my favorite time. So I just remember you sitting up here talking, and then you went to, yeah, Aiden showed up in boots, shorts, and a cowboy hat. And I'm like, yep, that'd be me. I don't mind the cold, especially on my legs. Like, I'm fine with it. He wanted that. Ooh. I'm telling you, I hope our games go like this tomorrow. It'd be pretty nice to finally get a win in the books. We technically have one at the moment. Oh, that's it. Ooh, good save, Jared. Chase that, chase that, chase that. But no, we technically have a win under our books, and it's by, no show because it's a forfeit where they didn't have enough players and, they didn't have a ref or anything. It was supposed to be an actual game. Ooh, good move, Tristan. Oh, ball down.
Here, fans in the stands saying check him.
They caught a slash on Dylan right there. Oh, no, they called it on Gavin. It was low. It was a lower slash. So
it's like 1 minute?
Yeah, it's going to be a 1 minute, but it's releasable as long as we don't score. That's one rule I hate that they changed, but I kind of like it. It'll make the game go by a lot faster when you have a man in the box, though, because you kind of take your time a little more setting up a shot. Even though they'll try to double team you, you kind of just go with what you got.
Okay, got to get that turnover, though.
Yeah. They've set up a nice box-and-one style defense for, like, whenever they're man down and whatnot. Ooh, good move. Ooh,
good fake.
Take off, Brody. Take off.
Got to get it downfield.
Look at Nick. Thank you. There we go. Take off, Nick. Take off, Nick. Take off, Nick. Oh, get down there and shoot it, Nick. Rip it. No. I want to see it so bad. I just want to see Nick shoot. Oh, good check, Grant.
It's almost like he's gutted by the time he gets down there.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like, I can vouch, it is hard running down there, cradling and getting beat up all at the same time. Oh. But no, running down there and cradling the whole time and getting checked while you're doing it. Oh.
Oh.
Fast break. That's where being man down will kill you, is fast breaks.
Goal with the Knights.
Take another look at that. That was a pretty good move right there.
Yeah.
Nice little pass over, and I'm surprised he caught that.
Yeah. That's one thing people don't understand about this sport is it's a lot of hand-eye coordination.
All right. That's a small net to
Yeah.
catch that ball.
That's one of the hardest parts about coaching youth is because, I went through high school playing and learned all these crazy skills and whatnot, and then I'm trying to pass it down to people that have never even, thought of the sport or never knew what it was until then. But it's been a pretty good turnout so far. We actually have a good bit of kids this year and everything else. They're looking at a stick. Are they?
Stick check?
Don't think it's a stick check. They're warning him about something. That was weird. I'll ask him about that later. That's different. Oh. They might be saying it's because of his shooter strings being long, but they would have said something about that earlier, so I don't know, honestly.
Playing man?
Looks
like he's kind of following.
No, they kind of play like a spaced out zone, so it's kind of like a cover 2. But they play it in a diamond shape, and they have a spy, basically. So, one guy ends up going behind the goal from time to time. Oh, that's playing with the free hand.
Oh.
That was a good shot, but there should be a call for using the free hand.
Over the Knights.
So the goal counts?
Yeah, it counts. They didn't make the call. So whenever you're running with one hand and your cradle, and you have to basically, what they say is look at the time on your watch with your other hand, and that's all you can do. You can move it up and down, but you can't extend your arm. It looks like he gave out a little bit of a stiff arm out there. Okay, looks like they brought out Aiden to take his face off. And it's funny, ain't it? You got another Aiden out there taking face offs.
There you go. See if you can withhold the name right.
That's what I told him. I told him that during the Mountain State game, and he actually won the one that he took. So he better make me happy here. I've actually been working a lot with their face-off guys, and you can only do so much because, they've all been playing for a minute now. So I try to teach them things, but before I started helping with it, he lost it.
Lost that one.
But there's another guy that was, no, he's winning it back now.
Trying to get it back.
He's staying aggressive. That's all you can do.
Look how he made a chokehold there with the stick.
Yeah. Ooh, he can't play him from the crease. He can't play in the crease.
Reaching in.
Oh. So if the goalie has anything of his body in the crease, so if it's his shoes, whatever, they cannot touch his stick. But it doesn't seem. Oh, that's a trip. That's a trip. He's not calling it. See, that's the calls that kill you is whenever you can visibly see everything that just went down. Oh, they threw it out of bounds. Ball don't lie, I guess. But that's a call that should have been made.
They're down by 2 with 2:40 left in the game, so they didn't want to travel that far and take a loss, but looks like St. Albans might give it to them.
Looks like Gavin's taking a nice little run with it. Ooh, stay in bounds, stay in bounds. He's going to try to hit you. There you go. Hit the box. Good work. Let's see.
He's just got to go into the box and then he can come back out.
Yep, as soon as you touch in, you can come back out. Oh, see, they're playing a really weird defense right now because they're really spaced out. That's never what you want to do. They're playing them out to the 40-yard line. Playing out that far can really get them in a bind because, you know, see how he's all the way out here on Dylan, and all it takes is one little move to get around. But then that also leaves all that free space in the middle to bring across a shot. Like this right here. Good pass. What are they calling? They called him for something. I couldn't tell what she was calling. But like I said, oh, get out. Yep, that's white ball already. See, I'm telling you, in lacrosse, the ball don't lie. If there's a call that should have been made, it'll come back. Hit the box, Connor. Ooh, good move. Good move. You know, it's funny. My senior year, Connor would score, and he'd always dance whenever he scored. There we go. There's a slash call. If we could score here, that would be an amazing play. Oh, they're calling the possession in the box. Okay. So how much time do we got in this? Okay, so we're under that's my bad completely. So the way this works now is now that there's less than 2 minutes left in the game, they have to keep it in the box. So if they just hold it in the box, they're all right. But that's the hard part, is keeping it in the box, because they're going to play the ball out as far as they can. But they also just had that penalty call, so now they're playing man down with how they have to keep it in the box. So basically, they have to just sit here and pass the ball around and either kill that penalty time and win the game or go make a shot. Ooh, good fake. This is what Grant did during the Mountain State game. We got down to the last few minutes, and he kind of just ran around and strolled with the ball, making a move and whatnot. Shoot, Grant. Pull it. Oh. Out of the box.
So if he comes out of the box, that changes possession.
Yep. They basically have to get it in there and keep it. And they're going to try to run down the score. I mean, they got, 40 seconds? I mean, that's enough time for a big enough upset. Oh, come on, Nick. They called a timeout.
Timeout.
Yep. And they shouldn't have gotten that timeout call because the ball was on the ground, but it is how it is.
That's how it works.
Yep.
With them taking a timeout, we're going to go ahead and take one ourselves. We'll be back here in just 30 seconds. You're watching live streaming coverage of St. Albans Red Dragon Lacrosse on Video Productions.
I don't think you should do this.
Watch and learn.
He's here.
Fleck on the track.
What up, Bronx? Here come the Dunkies! And my partner.
It's really hard to be your friend, man.
Dunkies! Don't go away, my heart. Don't go away, my heart.
How do you like them donuts? I'm so sorry.
What track are we?
We talked about this.
2 words. Dunking's iced coffee.
Welcome back here to Crawford Field. 29 seconds left in the fourth. St. Albans leads it 11-9 over Willing Central Catholic.
Let's see if they can bring it home here. You know, that's one thing about this sport is 29 seconds is just enough time to score that much.
They got to get 2 to tie, 3 to win.
Yep.
It's going to be tough against this team.
30 seconds is, more than enough time to get 2, but at the same time, St. Albans has played some really good defense today.
And they're going to get it right around that 30, the outside the box.
Yep. Where they had possession, whenever they call the timeout in the box, they'll give it back to him right outside of it. So he basically just has to step back in, and then he can come back out. Oh, they try to get a quick one. I'd really like to see for this last, 30 seconds of the game, I'd love to see one of our deep holes run down there with it, or our goalie.
22 seconds.
It's senior night. You never know what's going to happen.
Right. Is it a senior that's in the goal right now?
Yeah, so everyone in right now, other than one of our poles, is a senior.
All right.
And it's only because we don't have enough senior poles.
See what happens here.
And they're playing him heavy. That right there, guarding him, that was if I'm not mistaken, a sophomore.
He has the ball right now. He could go with it, but he's not. He's going to kick it out.
Yeah.
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
One shot. Oh, there we go, and that's a nice St. Albans victory. That brings them to 5-4 on the season and 3-0 in the division.
Yeah, they go after their goalie, right?
Yep, they went and, cheer on their goalie at the end of the game because the game he just had is one great one.
Well, as I appreciate it very much. Aiden coming up here and giving us a little play-by-play and a little more understanding of the game.
Thanks for having
lacrosse, boys lacrosse. St. Albans Red Dragons wins at 11-9. They'll play
Capital.
We're assuming Capital, right?
On Thursday,
Capital on Thursday at Capital. So we'll see what the turnout is there. We enjoyed the time here at Crawford Field, and you're watching live streaming coverage of St. Albans Red Dragon Lacrosse on Video Productions. Y'all have a great afternoon. It's enjoy the day. It's a nice, pretty day outside.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Hey, grab me one too.